camera?
Oh yeah, sit sideways.
Oh, shit.
You gotta talk to people.
Sorry.
Two dudes. Earl's back. We're what are we here? Episode 5?
Is it 4? I think it's 4.
Is it bad that I don't know?
Yeah, it's horrible that you don't know. I'm pretty sure this is 4.
I think this is 5.
Because you and Brittany.
We did the first one?
Yeah, I was there, and then you and Brittany did 2 solo, and this is the 4th.
Yeah, and then I did one I bought myself.
Okay, the 5th. So this
About
is
my history. That was the last one.
Okay, that's
The
5.
weird one.
Yeah, that's 5.
Yeah, so welcome. Episode 5. There it is, in the middle. Earl's back. We took a bit of a break. I was very busy with work, switching night shifts, day shifts, gardening, getting life all set up. So this has been a bit of a back burner issue that I haven't been able to record as much. But this was actually a very good week to do another recording right before my stretch of shifts. And Earl's gonna be our focus of the day. So why don't you fill everybody in, Earl?
So last week I got laid off for the first time ever. So, dealing with this whole quarantine thing, luckily my work was an essential service, so I was able to not be affected by it as much people because I had a distraction with work. But yeah, last week it was just like a temporary layoff, but it was the very first time I've ever been laid off, or any sort of like
lost your job
type of thing for the first time. So the first day when it happened, I felt pretty lost, even though given the situation.
So take us back through. So last week you come to work, you've been like working, and like you guys have made all the adjustments, working on like close to the public, big orders kind of thing. And you came into work on Monday?
Yeah, last Monday.
So you walked to work because you like your walks.
Oh yeah, I needed that because I got no gym.
This guy walks everywhere.
You gotta get it toned up, Gotta get the booty popping. I don't know why I said booty popping on this. That's okay. Anyway, let's keep going. So yes, I walk to work normally because the gym is not open right now. Maybe an hour into it, I get a call to go upstairs, and as soon as I heard that call upstairs, I was like, I know what's happening right now. It was very slow going into last week, so I was like, we've been good for a month given the quarantine. We're still busy, but we had to cut the staff in half, and I was one of them. So
50%.
Yep.
Half of the staff got laid off.
Yep.
How's everyone else?
Everybody else is bored.
No, but I meant like on Monday.
Yep.
Like, as one of you, like as you kept going, I'm assuming one by one.
Yeah, one by one.
So it's like you see one person go up and then they leave.
Well, I was the first. So
you were the first.
I was the first.
Get rid of your biggest threat
first.
Yeah,
get rid of me first. Luckily, I have a good mentality about that type of thing, and I don't take it to heart. But I get why they had to do it because of the business. So
I mean,
yeah,
everyone is.
Yeah, everybody is at the same time.
So now that, as a non-healthcare worker, what would you tell people that are losing their jobs, that there is a lot of uncertainty? Like walk me through your first Monday and then the Tuesday, your first 2 days.
Okay, so
because I worked nights, like I had no idea this happened.
Yeah, because I did text you. When it first happened, I was like, I felt like somebody punched me in my stomach. Talked to the boss, told me the situation about the EI and everything, and then I was listening to him, and I was listening to the whole conversation, obviously. But as I was like getting ready to leave, and then I got a ride back to the back here. Then I got to sit down for a minute. I was like, wow, I've never been laid off before. This doesn't feel right to me. It's 9:30 on a Monday. I should be at work. Or
I usually do it on Fridays.
Yeah, on Fridays.
Like,
and it was a holiday. It was
Easter.
Too, so. But whatever.
That's okay.
Whatever. Nothing against them. They had to do with it. It's temporary. So then afterwards, I was like, well, who do I wanted to talk to you, but you were sleeping, and Brittany was busy, so I went to go see Em, and me and her talked for a little bit and kind of just told me like it's gonna be okay. I talked to my dad because he's been laid off numerous amount of times, and I asked him, how did you...
Anybody in like the trades?
Yeah, in the trades, because he used to be a welder, right? So I asked him how it was the first time. He was like, it sucked, but you're on a temporary layoff, so it's okay. So when I got back here after seeing Em, I came in here for like about 3-4 hours, listened to meditation music, and I'm kind of reeling in like, well, I don't have the usual gym, I can't hoop, I can't if I wasn't working, I'd go down to like Toronto, see some friends, Oshawa, Kitchener. Can't do that. Can't really go to the soccer field, kick the ball or anything. So I felt like
Can we have a campfire?
I can't even start one yet. But I felt lost in the sense of what to do now. So the way I see it, that day, luckily I was able to figure this out on the first day, was during this pandemic, and you can either rise above it or you can let it beat you. So I sat there, thought to myself, like, what can I do that can be effective to me during this time? So I thought about it for like an hour. So what I did was basically come up with a plan where I am just going through a lot of like tutorials through work, a lot of things like
professional development.
Little self-knowledge. So I structured my day to be like a work day. So I simulate a work day, but I'm at home. But it gives me a reason to do something. It keeps me distracted until like 4 o'clock, and then kind of go back to the same way I was before the layoff.
So structure.
Yeah, structure. Yeah. I was able to figure that out in a day. So not everybody gets that.
No. And then you and I chatted. I mean, after I woke up and Brittany kind of filled me in on what happened.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, that's why I didn't see him like that entire Monday, basically, because between me sleeping and you not sleeping and like just hiding for a day and thinking, it's like we live like 6 feet. Our doors are like 6 feet apart, so it's strange not to see you. And like, is he alive? Where did he go? But then I added a little bit of advice to your plan and to how you're gonna do things. I mean, I don't know if it's the right advice or the wrong advice. I just know you as a person, and basically what I told you was the whole like micromanagement of your day, because you had all the right stuff there. You just didn't have that last little detail of I learned this way years ago when I worked for a certain company that I can't mention. Our entire day was broken down into 15-minute chunks. So it was like from 8 o'clock to 8:15 is this activity, from 8:15 to 8:30 that activity, and you have to make your whole weekly, monthly, daily plan, which at the time I hated because I thought it was stupid, but it actually turned to be very useful. And that's when you were like, yeah, I'm gonna do like one product a day, like I'm gonna keep working my work days from home to keep that structure going. I just kind of added a little bit of extra on top, and it's like
seasoning. We'll season.
Yeah, just a little
seasoning. Yeah, a little seasoning.
Little something. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so you lost your job temporarily. Millions of people in Canada have done that.
Yeah.
Have you looked at the Canadian Emergency Relief
benefit
and like through the CRA? I hear it's a simple process.
Yeah, very simple. Just got to call them in, or you can just do it online. So
Okay.
Really easy.
Okay. Yeah. And that gives you some
till about July, August. So somewhere.
So that'll cover you.
That'll cover.
So I think it's 4 months if everything goes that
Yeah, if
long.
everything. Yeah.
So we're April is pretty much done. So May, June, July, August.
Yeah. So
it's almost till September.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with your time?
Well, a lot of circuit training.
Okay.
Catching up with people actually, like.
Even on the phone a lot.
Not that much.
No, like a lot.
Not that much. Not that much.
A lot.
If anybody knows me out there, okay, I can't.
Okay, so you cut back.
I can't even lie.
From the way you used to be.
Yeah.
But, like minimum 4 hours a day talking to people.
No. Today,
Not today,
Not
but
today.
like this past week.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I was a part of some of those.
Maybe 2 of them a day, and it would maybe 2 of them a day, to be honest. So. But yeah, even some people said to me, like, because I am a very social person, they said, like, how are you dealing with it? You must be struggling. Well, being up here kind of cut my social circle from like 100% to like 20. So I've been training myself.
Earl.
Yeah, Oshawa. Yeah.
Like you weren't home for more than 5 minutes at a time.
Oh yeah, no, I was never home. So, but now it's like I've trained myself to deal with this almost like ahead of time, right? So if I was dealing with this back in Kitchener, I would be taking a completely different road than I am now.
So adjustment period that we talked about earlier for you was very short. I mean, we've been talking about the situation for a long time.
Yeah.
And you have been very receptive to the suggestions and to the advice, and most of the time it's unsolicited advice. I just start yelling at this guy. But we've now been in this for what, like 2.5 months in Canada, basically.
About that, yeah.
No, less than that.
No, a month now.
March 10th, April 10th. Yeah, so let's say almost 2 months.
Yeah. Since the state of emergency. So
Yeah.
since it got like 2 of the essential services.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the numbers. I know this is technically an episode, but I haven't looked honestly in
A while. 2 weeks?
no less than that. Probably gonna say the last night shift that I worked.
Yeah.
So like probably about 4 days ago, 5 days ago. We were like 1 point something million. It was like 1.6 or
Worldwide?
1.5 million worldwide cases. The U.S. dumpster fire is just escalating. I don't think it's getting better. Really, at this point, the statistics are completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
What is going on within the community is good. I'm seeing more change. More people are receptive to making these hard choices, and some of the governments are also stepping in with like maybe they'll do only groceries once a week, and they're still trying to limit people because a lot of people are still unfortunately not listening. And even though it looks like that curve is flattening, that might be a good thing, that might be a bad thing, we don't know. But the longer that everybody stays disciplined,
Yeah.
it's gonna work.
Yeah, like I get that it's very hard to see everyone's significant others, relationships. Like it is very tough. But everyone right now has been adapting very well by doing like, I've heard of some people doing like video dinners, finding games on the phone to play with one another. Zoom has been big, and doing like house party and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People have been doing so.
Yeah. Have you seen the Zoom attacks?
No, I haven't been on that yet.
So our other friend that works for another company that I don't want to talk about because I haven't really told him about this. They had a Zoom conference meeting.
Oh.
And
I know.
if you're not aware of this, Zoom isn't difficult to hack.
I could
Like
do it.
like Zoom attacks or Zoom hacks, where people essentially hijack your meeting conference is very common. And this happened to our friend who was trying to hold this virtual conference, and he was the keynote speaker. And maybe 30 seconds into the meeting, they started yelling all sorts of profanities. It sounded like a 12-year-old boy just screaming and yelling all sorts of words that I'm not going to use. And then pulled up the internet browser
And a little
and started
adult themes.
playing some adult videos, which is hilarious to people that aren't affected by this. But like, yeah, so Zoom, be careful. There's some security issues. House Party's great.
Yeah.
We've been using that quite a bit. I've been talking to a lot of friends that I can't see even locally. We've played. Well, they got trivia. They got like drawing stuff. They got a bunch of little games that are very helpful. And
Yeah, I've done Discord with a few friends of mine too. It's pretty
Discord's
cool.
huge.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty
any
cool.
video games, there's a lot of communities
Yeah.
that you can easily use to your advantage to make the best of this time.
Yeah.
Let's fast forward. I'm curious because I haven't even asked you this. Let's fast forward about 2 months.
Okay.
Let's say everything is still
June.
as it is right now.
Yeah.
It's approaching Canada Day. Weather's beautiful. Crackdowns, let's say they're the same, maybe a little bit better, or like maybe more strict. What are you gonna do?
Like more strict than it is now.
Yeah.
Hopefully, my mindset still it is where it is right now. But you know, that's what I worry about the most because it's warm.
Like how much can people take?
That's what I'm saying. Like as warmer the weather is becoming, people are gonna go nuts, saying like they may not even care anymore. That's what I'm worried about. You know. Hopefully, my mentality is still good then. I hope, but I feel like I will be because
I'll zip tie you.
I'll
make sure you can't do anything.
Good luck zip tying this. So
I got really big zip ties.
okay, we'll go with that.
Like really big zip ties.
But overall, yes. But back to the point. Yeah, I feel like I'll still be good by then. If it still drags on that long, I should be okay for Canada Day and stay inside. And...
Yesterday, you talked to your cousin. Was it down in Florida?
Yes, my cousin in Florida. Yeah.
How's he doing?
He is doing well. He just doesn't like what the government's doing. Because as if you guys heard, the governor in Florida opened up the beaches, and my cousin lives in Florida near the beaches, and he said like it was packed. So
Florida, please stop.
yeah, you're ruining the number. What was the thing? The next day they had like 500 cases or something.
I don't even know.
I think the next day I saw that. But again, speculating.
The tests and like the delay in testing and the active cases versus found cases versus asymptomatic. That's why this is such a big issue. Is that there's so much random stuff that we don't know, and people are getting frustrated and fed up. It's human nature to not like to be confined and have your rights, or things that you want impeded by the government, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see where it's going to go.
Just have to wait and see, I guess. But all I can say for everyone out there is try to find something new to start, like an own little pet project or even a side hustle that can get you some extra cash later on. Yeah, for those who have kids at home, like parents that are home with kids, I give you guys unbelievable praise with all your children, that you have to keep entertained day to day and tell them like, oh, you can't go see your friends down the street. And then they get angry or frustrated, but you guys are the real hard workers out there next to, obviously, the frontline workers. So.
Well, I'm not working that hard.
Okay, well. So.
Not true. However, it's a very different pace. For anybody that is interested in the healthcare world at the moment, a lot of my friends are in healthcare and first responders. And it's very strange and eerie to have to adjust to some of these things, like shift by shift. Every week you come in, things are completely different. People are trying, some people are not, some people are getting frustrated. No one really knows what they're doing. And one of the big things that I talked to one of my coworkers about is, his quote was, "Man, I feel like I'm a brand new medic and I have no idea what I'm doing." Yeah. And it's like, yeah, man, that's everybody right now. Like, we do what we can, but it's not going to be perfect. You're never going to be in charge of that. And he, the next day, he came back and he read the Subtle Art of Not Giving Up.
Good book.
Great book. And he talked about how the only thing that he's actually able to control, and kind of like what that book talks about, is how you react to the situation. Yeah. So to everybody that is struggling, that is having a hard time, stick in there. It's working.
It's a patience game. That's all it is. It's patience. It's patience.
And a lot of people don't have that in this world of instant gratification, instant everything. Everything is being done right away.
I know we're all struggling out there, even for some of my bros out there. I know the barber shop is closed. I got the George Jefferson. That's why I got the hat on. But we'll get through it.
Just embrace it. Just do it yourself. Just do it.
Might as well.
Just do it. I'll do it for you.
Might as well at this point. Yeah.
Should I record cutting Earl's hair?
If you get over 50 likes, then yes. Oh wait.
I don't know. Likes?
Do
you do this for likes? How does this work? I'm gonna hold a poll. I will hold a Instagram poll probably, or Facebook. I'm not sure where it's gonna go yet, but actually, this is awesome.
Oh, pause.
This is what works. Going. If enough people want to see me cut his hair,
please don't.
I've been cutting my own hair there's not much, for years. Like, I haven't paid for a haircut in like a decade. So if you want to see me cut Earl's hair as a bonus little mini vlog, we're doing it. I don't even care what they think anymore. Now I want to do it.
Okay, whoa. You have to get at least over 80%.
I don't understand.
No, because if you put like on the Instagram thing, like on the story, and you have like a little, that's your poll right there. Like yes or no. Okay. If you get, over 89%, then
no,
yes.
You said 80.
89 is switching.
No.
Because I told you because there could be two people.
And?
I think I screwed this one up.
You heard him.
Okay. 80%, but then you also have to get as many views as well.
You can't gauge that.
I know. Okay, fine. 89%.
You set your terms.
Okay.
Set your terms.
Okay.
I will give you two variables, or like two actionable consequences. It's like, if these two are met, I cut your hair however I want.
No, not however you want. You're doing it bald, okay? You're not doing it however you want.
Oh, and I'm not gonna put like weird lines in your hair.
I don't know what you got planned up in there.
I'll make you look good.
Okay, well, I don't know how much. Okay. Yeah, I'd say you have to get.
So remember when we did our shooting range bet?
No, they don't need to know about that. They don't need to know about
That's for later. If I do 1 and 2, it's this outcome. If I do 1 out of the 2, it's this outcome. And if I do none out of the 2, it's this outcome. So
Okay.
that way we still have a little bit of wiggle room.
Okay, if you get over, like I said, 89% likes.
89.
89%.
Okay. On the Instagram
On
poll.
the Instagram.
Okay.
And also on your YouTube, if you get over 15 comments.
15 comments and 89%, and I get to cut his hair.
Yeah.
What if I just do one of the 2?
I do both. That's pretty reasonable.
Okay,
That-
so it's
that's
like all or
actually-
nothing.
That's all legitimately reasonable. So, because how many people are gonna comment? Like actual comments, not like no thumbs up. Okay, I want to see words. Okay, not just okay. Yeah, do it.
Can I add a little
Yeah.
sub
What's the
subcontract or sub clause?
What's the sub clause? If I agree to this, so
They, the viewers,
yep.
get to decide
Yes, the viewers.
what kind of haircut you get.
Oh, whoa,
Like
no.
a completely no, like a completely
No.
separate. So if I meet both of my conditions,
Yes.
and there's enough comments and people, because I mean, you know a lot of people.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna tell them.
So no, you won't, but I will.
Shit. Anyway.
So at what point can the viewers decide how to cut your hair?
I ain't going with that. No way. We're sticking with
Why
where
not?
it's at. I don't like where that's going because I can think of some people.
Life
with some-
begins outside of your comfort zone.
Oh, here we go. Because I can't do high top anymore. The only thing I can do is like the ridiculous thing is like a mohawk, or
It's not up to you to. It's they get the
that's
look.
what I'm afraid of. Those people out there. I'm not.
Has anyone seen your hair?
No,
No one knows what it looks like.
Well, no, people do. Like they know where
People
it's at.
that know us know what.
They know where it's at. People know where it's at.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to comment on the type of haircut and there's enough traction, I'm saying he has to do it.
I'm getting the haircut, but I don't know about that.
But I have to meet my end first.
yes, you have to.
And
be sure.
then this part 2, total wild card.
No, I can't do it, man. No, people know me. I would normally do. No, stick to the guidelines. What we have here. Not taking that risk
But what's the risk?
of whatever kind of like. Oh, we'll leave a little patch here and then some other nonsense.
Nothing says it has to be on for long.
I have to see it when I wake up in the morning.
Says who?
It says me.
No, but you're missing the point. I left it vague on purpose. To find loopholes of be like, yeah, I have this haircut for an hour, bye. Like, I gave you a chance to look at the big picture. And your fear stopped you. You said no. So, that's too late. This way. So, my 2 conditions, I'm cutting his hair. 89% likes, I guess, on the Instagram page. And 15 comments of
yeah.
actual comments
Yeah.
that he wants to see.
Yes.
And no repetitive. No, like, one person can't comment 15
Same
times.
thing.
Yeah, no. Just
Yeah.
15 unique comments.
Yeah. My fear didn't stop me. I just don't want it. Okay.
They get the
That's
look
what I'm afraid of. Those people out there.
Stop them.
Just don't want him.
I gave him a branch, he didn't take it.
I can say no.
There's loopholes.
I can say no.
There's loopholes.
I feel like someone's gonna be like pushing the buttons.
Thank you very much for tuning in. My hat trick is not gonna work until I move a light. So I'm just gonna roll this. Sit by. Yeah, I throw my hat at the camera. It's like this thing.